when you first open Windows Movie Maker, this is the screen that you will most likely see. Some of the newer versions may be different, but I believe this is one of the fairly newest versions. Alright, as you see right here, this is the home screen. This right here is the video screen. This is what you will see when you preview it. Okay, this line right here is called your storyboard. Okay, this is where you will drag all the stuff and lay out your movie. Alright, this area right here is used when you import certain media, whether it's videos, pictures, or different transitions. Okay. Another main, very important part of Windows Movie Maker creating a movie is the timeline. In order to go to timeline view, you click on the drop-down box and you just select timeline. Okay, and you'll see the timeline in use here in a little bit, but this is how your video lays out. You can trim items here, you can fade them in and out. This is just a very cool tool as far as Windows Movie Maker. Alright, if you want to go back to storyboard, you would just click on storyboard. So this is the main components of it. You know, obviously it's set up, you know, Windows-based programs, a lot of your same Windows stuff. You get your file and drop-down menus here, your edit, view, and different stuff as well. Okay, but this is the main screen we will be working with, and let's get started. The first thing I'll show you how to do is to import pictures into your movie. Alright, the first thing we'll need to do is find your pictures on your computer or import them into the program. Alright, in order to do that, you'll go to the taskbar on the left and go down to the Pictures button, which is the third button down. Click on Pictures, then you will simply locate the pictures on where they're located in your computer. Alright, I'm going to import some pictures of when I went flying in St. Petersburg, Florida, and you know, just import 10 or so. That way I can show you the gist of importing some pictures. Okay, cool. So I've imported the pictures, and I just click the import button. Alright, as you see, they show up on my, this is kind of like my plate where everything's at. Okay, right here, it's just imported media. This shows everything that we've imported so far. Now, how do we get it to our storyboard? Remember, your storyboard is down here. Okay, you can simply drag each item down and arrange them how you'd like. Okay, say you don't want to put this item first. If you right click on it, you can click remove or cut. Both will do the same. Alright, right click is very good. Okay, if we wanted to put all these pictures, if they're arranged in order, okay, we could right click, select all, then I'll simply drag all them down. Alright, maybe they're not in the right order you want. Okay, I can click on a picture. Alright, click on an individual picture. Alright, and I can drag it to where I want it. If I want this one here, don't know why is that. Alright, so you can drag your pictures back and forth. Alright, let's say I don't want this one at the beginning. As you can see right here in the preview screen, it shows. Alright, one thing, I've imported these pictures, and so far my movie's 1 minute and 20 seconds. Alright, I'm going to put this one back, so maybe I'll put this at the front of my movie. Okay, if you want to view this in the timeline, okay, you can see how long each picture's set to go off, and it shows you kind of how it's flowing. If we click the play button, it should play these pictures in order, you know. Alright, and right now they're set to change every 8 seconds. Well, maybe I don't want them to last that long. Well, in this timeline view, I can come here and I can shorten it just by clicking on it and dragging it left and right. Alright, we'll just leave it at the standard 8 seconds. Alright, now maybe I want to go back to my storyboard and see how I'm laying out. Alright, and then just hit storyboard timeline to go back and forth, which you saw in the first part of the screencast. Alright, so we've imported pictures. Okay, next thing we'll do is import some videos and music as well. Alright, now it's time to import some movies into the video we are making. Okay, importing movies and videos is very simple. It's just kind of done the same way we would did our pictures. Okay, so we'll go over here on the taskbar. We'll click on videos. Okay, and we'll find a video we might want to on our computer and the ones we want to put in and where they're located. So I'm going to click on this video right here. Actually, these two right here. They're in my St. Pete trip. And I'll just click import. Alright, now, as you saw right here, it kind of jumbles up here in our little, I don't know, I call it the plate, where everything's located. All our imported media is located. They arrange these by alphabetical order. Alright, just as we imported pictures, okay, we can drag and just drop it anywhere we want to drop it in our storyboard. Okay, so I've got a couple of the cockpit here. Maybe we'll come down here and put them. Alright, now, if we go back, obviously we can move these around any way I want. If I move it here, it'll switch. Okay, but I'm going to maybe have this before the runway. Alright. So if I hit play, it kind of shows this video right here. Okay, it shows that we're taking off. This video is not the most quality video because this was taken with a mobile device. But it's not bad. It shows us taking off in the cockpit. Alright, we can pause it if we want to start at the beginning of the movie. Obviously, I click on that, and it shows you it flows, to and from. Obviously, we're switching at 8 seconds. But let's say maybe I don't want to have that video quite as long. Well, I can come here in the timeline, and I can trim it up a little bit. Okay. Shows us right here on the runway, taking off. Okay, now we're kind of up in the air. Okay, maybe I don't want to shorten it any. Alright, well, let's say I want to add an effect to this video. If I click on this video, okay, and I right click, you'll see a button come up, fade in, fade out. Well, I think it's pretty cool. I'll fade in the video, and I'm also going to fade it out. Alright, and that's just adding effects to the videos. You can actually do this to all the pictures if you want to as well. Alright, let's go back to the storyboard. Okay, here we are back at the storyboard where I've got some pictures and now I've got some videos in my movie I'm creating. Alright, next I'll show you how to add titles, alright, and then we'll do transitions, and then I'll show you how to add music at the end and publish your video. Alright, now that I've got my some pictures of my flight and a couple videos here on my movie, I think the next thing I'll do is I'll show you guys how to add titles and stuff to your video. Okay, as we did before, when we want to do a task, okay, do something to our video, we come to the task tab. Okay, we'll come down here to titles and credits. When you click titles and credits, it gives you an option. Do you want a title at the beginning, a title before the selected clip, a title overlay on the selected clip, meaning what you put on the title, okay, it will go over the clip, okay, and with credits at the end. We'll click on title at the beginning so we can give a title to our movie. Okay, now I just enter my text. I'm going to put something like my flight and you know what? Let's call it flying in St. Pete, Florida. Alright. So, as you see that, now it's come up like that. We've got a blue background and some white text. Well, let's say I want to change the text color and font. Well, I just click on it. Kind of like any Windows-based program, Office program. Okay, we can select our font. Maybe, I don't know, I'll use a Georgia font. You know what? I don't like the color in the background, so maybe I'll change it to let's go here, a kind of darker bluish purple, and I'll come here and maybe use an orange. Okay, maybe now we got some Boise State / Auburn colors. Alright, so I've done that. Now if I want a title animation, okay, I can click on the title animation. Alright, and as I click on different animations, it shows it here on the preview one. Okay, well, I'm going to do this text flying in, out, and out from both sides. Alright, so then I just simply, if I'm satisfied with my title, I click Add Title. Alright, now we can see in the storyboard, okay, we have a title to our movie. If we click on timeline, alright, now you'll see the title at the beginning, okay, the timeline here. Alright, and it shows what's happening along on our video. Alright, if we want to go back to the storyboard, okay, let's say we want to add a caption or a title before this selected clip. Okay, well, we go to titles and credits, and then let's say we click on title before selected clip. Okay, and we will type, I'll just put my view of an awesome bridge. Okay. And it's actually, it will remember our animation, our colors of our last title we made. So that's kind of cool too. That way you can kind of keep the same theme running through your video. But obviously if you wanted to change it, you could change it before. Alright, and I'll hit add title. Alright. So now we've got that in, and that's in our storyboard. Okay. Alright, in our video we now have added pictures, added videos, added titles, and whatnot. So the next thing I'll do is I'll show you how to add transitions, how we can kind of, what I say, flower up our video. So on our tasks, we come over here to our big important sidebar here, and we go under edit, we go to transitions. Alright, and as you see now on kind of my plate, okay, I've got all kinds of different transitions. Okay, well I can, just like I drag pictures and videos to my storyboard, I'll just drag the transitions. Okay, and this will be what it's doing in between. If we want to preview that, we can click on our title and hit play. Okay, flying in St. Pete, Florida. Alright, and you see it kind of barred into the picture. It's kind of a nice way to transition between pictures. Obviously, depending on the seriousness of your video, you might not want to use transitions on every picture, but you know, this is kind of a fun thing, kind of showing you guys how to use Windows Movie Maker. I'm going to go ahead and add transitions to all of our pictures. Okay? And I'm just going to be randomly select different ones. And I think this kind of adds some cool touch, creativity, and you don't just have pictures going back and forth. Well, let's see here, there's all kinds of different ones, different stuff. Windows Movie Maker is a great tool that's, you know, free with all Windows-based computers. It's just a really neat program, and I've really done some really cool things with Windows Movie Maker. So, alright, now I've got my transitions, okay, in between all my different clips. Alright, if I go to timeline, okay, you'll kind of see how the transitions overlap. It looks a little bit different than it did before. Okay, if we go back to storyboard, alright, well, let's say, hey, let's preview it from there. Alright, now I've got a picture here, and it kind of dissolves away there. Alright, let's pause here. If I go on a timeline, let's say I just want to check out, still want to watch this whole clip over. Well, I can kind of drag back and forth this little green bar. Wherever I drag it from, now I click play, and it'll play from that point. So I can check out my transitions, which is kind of cool. Alright, so that's transitions. The next thing I'll do is show you how to add music, and then we will publish our video, and you've now created a movie using Windows Movie Maker. Alright, the last thing I'll show you how to do is to add music to your video if you'd like to add music to your video. As we've done on every task, we'll go to the taskbar and we'll click on audio and music. Okay, from there you'll simply find whatever song or MP3 file you would like to upload or add to your video. Okay, I'll click on this one and I'll click import. Okay, as you can see, it comes up, and it comes up in a new folder. You can click back to your old folders if you want. So, like I did with the pictures and videos, I'll click on my song and I'll drag it to my timeline. I'm just going to drag it to the very beginning because I want this to play at the very beginning. Alright, I'll go to the timeline. Alright, it automatically takes me to the timeline. Okay? And as you can see, this song is much longer than the 2-minute video we've created. So I'll click on this clip on the timeline view, and I'm going to drag it and shorten it. Alright, so it meets the length of my actual whole movie. If you don't do this, the movie will play with a black screen and just play music, okay? So it's the idea, you want your music and your clips and videos and stuff to time up to end at the same time. So all I'm doing is just dragging this left. Alright, now I've got to the beginning, and you can see this, or the end of the movie, you can see this green bar right here. Okay, I'll drag it right there, and now we're timed up evenly. Okay, now I'm going to add an effect to this music, kind of how I did in the video. Okay, if I right click on it, I see once again, fade in, and fade out. And I've clicked on both of them, and now my music will fade in and fade out. If I go back to storyboard, and I click on the first clip, and I hit play, I now have music in my video. Once I'm completely done, and I've got my music and everything the way I wanted it and previewed it, I'm going to go to publish. Okay? And all you have to do is you click publish, and it'll publish it to this computer. If you want to publish it to the computer and upload it on YouTube, if you want to put it on DVD, you simply insert a DVD and you click DVD, and it'll run you through that process. It's a very easy process. Creating a movie on Windows Movie Maker. I hope this screencast really helps you, and you're able to create some quality films. Thanks for taking the time to view this.